What is it? Dragons?
Elephants
No, let's
need
save that for
soldiers,
later.
guys.
Sounds like a really bad emo
Yep.
song.
We got a treasure chest full of tears, and it sunk my ship.
Don't blame Jack.
What is happening? I know what it does. He missed the biscuit, though.
Be nice to our listeners.
I'm cutting that out.
I was gonna say, if I ever start doing coke, I'm just gonna refer to myself as the powder mage, as a white male who enjoys rap music.
Edgy, man.
He likes to burn things, apparently. So I dunked my whole nugget.
Oh, shit. That's fucked up.
Alright, guys, everyone fall in. It's time for the War Council.
Very delicious.
Just like the good old days, just the two of us, Lyle.
Just the
Nope.
two of us.
No, that's not the song.
Isn't it?
I would play the song, but we'd get copyrighted out the ass for that. Hey, everybody. Welcome
Hi.
to the March 19th edition of the War Council, not to be confused with the Game & Watchcast, which is what it's going to sound like in your ears very soon.
I thought that's what we were doing.
Nope, that's dead. That's gone. Sorry, it's not coming back. Steam's downloading something. I'm Jordan. Lyle's here. The other three people are not, but that's okay. They're busy. We're not. We ain't got shit to do but talk to you. Lyle, how's it going?
It's going very well.
Good. I'm so happy to hear that.
I have been very busy with this Pokemon RPG campaign that I've been working on.
Hot damn. I don't
And,
even know what that is. I wasn't invited to play it, which sucks for
Well,
me.
okay, and so that's my bad, because I think that people were like, hey, what about Jordan? And I think that my response was something like, nah, Jordan fucking hates Pokemon, and I don't know.
I think
He's
you had
probably
extra
too cool.
words. Your words were flipped around. I feel like you just said, nah, fuck Jordan. The rest of that omitted. It's cool.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say, I'm not gonna say that part directly
Oh,
to you.
That's fine. I understand. I can read between the lines. Dyslexic style. No, I don't even know what the hell this thing is. And you enlisted me to write some of it for you, which I feel is extra shitty. Just a random question.
I'll bring you in a little bit late. You'll be a meta character. You got a little bit of knowledge going into it because you're a part of it somehow. Anyways, so it's like D&D, but it's Pokemon, and I'm getting the map maker, and then there's like a Roll20 website where you can actually have your players engage with the map while you play. So it's pretty neat.
For sure. Is this running currently?
Yeah. So we
well,
just
fuck
started
you guys
it.
then. Jesus.
Listen, we just started it. They've gotten, I think, probably about 20 steps in. So it's been a lot of like description. Where are we standing? What are we doing? Not all the characters are 100% fleshed out even. They just have their ideas of what their characters are going to be at this point. So you can jump in at any time. You're very welcome.
All right. I think I'll do that.
We actually play in Discord. So
yeah, I saw that. That's kind of cool. I think I've brought this up before, and I'm going to give a big shout out. Have you ever listened to the, is it Friends at the Table or Kids at the Table, the podcast?
I don't know. There's so many different ones, dude. I've listened to a lot of them, but I don't know if I've listened to that one specifically.
This is by far my Friends at the Table. By far my favorite one of these type of things, these play a role-playing game on a podcast. I don't know. I just had to plug them real quick. They're awesome.
That's cool. I'll have to check that one out, man. What have you been up to?
Man, so much shit. Okay. Where do we want to start? Like, I'm still progressing through that book, Otherworld.
Yeah.
And it's going slow. I'm taking my time with it, not because I want to like savor the story or the book or anything, but because it's broken up into like these really, really small chapters. And I get to the end of a chapter, I'm like, okay, that's a good stopping point. Like, and the next chapter is only like 5 pages long, but when I'm even thinking about stopping, it's like, okay, I got to find a good point. Oh, this chapter's over. This sounds good. So that's how that's been going. It's cool. I think it adds some different things. You know, you likened it to like Sword Art Online. I don't think it's that like. you can't boil it down like that rudimentarily, but I don't know. It's been interesting so far for like this pseudo like late teen young adult book thing. It's kind of cool. But I watched Tomb Raider.
Oh, okay.
Did
it
you?
good?
Yeah, it was good. I was
Was
hoping
it better than we expected it to be?
So I was a proponent of this movie from kind of the beginning. I know that like Jacob was like, I don't know about that, and then he watched the second trailer and was like, okay, I'm a little more on board. So I was hoping those guys would be here for this discussion because I think they all watched it too. But it is good. So it's not. How do I put this? If you're not familiar with the new Tomb Raider games, the way that the Tomb Raider games have been in the last 2 releases and then this upcoming third one, it doesn't seem like a Tomb Raider movie at all. Because that reboot was such a big departure from the like past style of games, and this movie follows those games pretty closely.
Okay.
It doesn't feel like a video game movie, which is awesome. Like it's not campy in a way that like most video game movies are. It just doesn't have that feel, you know? I can't really describe it, but it's just something that it doesn't have that.
Well, but that's good too, because the game wasn't necessarily real, I don't know, gamey. Like it had a lot of
it took like the style of game and twisted it in interesting ways. I will agree with that.
Yeah, okay.
You know, it evolved on not only Tomb Raider but like what Uncharted was doing, and as it had to, you know. So I think it's a good movie. It like I said, doesn't feel like a video game movie. It obviously is, because it does actually follow the story of like the last first Tomb Raider game, you know, that rebooted one. So it does go along those lines, and it has the feel of those games, but not games in general. Does that make any sense at all?
Yeah, I think I get it. I'm following.
Because I mean, there's like the bombastic stunts, and like if you've played that game, she can die in some pretty horrible ways. So there's actually a lot of like fun that they have with that. I don't think it's a spoiler to say she gets injured at one point, and it's totally reminiscent of like one of those gory death scenes.
I think as far as I got crushed by a giant rock at some point.
Yeah, and then there's bears and stuff. That's fun.
Yeah.
I'm still working my way through the second game in that series, so, you know, plenty more viscera to be seen by me. But I think it is a good movie. I don't know how the ratings are coming across right now. I think that Alicia Vikander, the Lara Croft in this, she's a million times better than Angelina Jolie would ever be.
I can imagine that.
Yeah, she feels like a human being. She's not like over sexualized. I don't think there's like any sexuality in this movie at all. There's not even like a dumb like side relationship thing that they have to flesh out. It's just like she feels like she feels realistic, she feels believable, and then she goes on this quest, and like she kind of starts out shaky, but like gets her feet under her, like she's kind of been groomed to her whole life in a way. It's cool. I think it's worth a watch. I don't think it should be like chastised for being a video game movie, and this might be like one of the first times I've ever said that. So that's like the highest badge of honor that I can give.
Yeah.
Did you end up watching any of that weird Netflix shit that we were all talking about? Oh, you watched
which one?
You did Jeepers Creepers.
Yeah, I did that. That was actually, you know what? Okay, here's what I got to say about it, because I wasn't repulsed, and I probably should have been, maybe. But it reminded me as a throwback, like to what was I comparing it to? Wishmaster or like Leprechaun, where it was this. I mean, obviously it looked pretty bad, but it did have like a fun kind of feel to it. Like it was like a it was a romp. It was a riot. I don't know. It was good times, and and it expanded on the lore that you didn't need really. But
Sure.
I like it, so so I didn't feel like I wasted my time. I watched it and I was like, I was entertained the entire time. So whatever, regardless of whether it was good or not.
So in relation to our budget conversation,
yeah,
what's the number? What'd you come up to?
60,000.
Okay, all right.
Maybe 60,000.
that's actually giving it a significant. Well, what did Matt say, or Jacob? Somebody was like $1,000 or something crazy.
Yeah, no, I mean, you got to pay for people
Yeah.
to have their fucking cupcake carts and whatever other weird shit they do. But
lunch on the set.
I feel like if you have nothing, like if you really, really go low budget, you're still gonna hit a pretty high up number. Like,
yeah.
So 60,000, I feel like is not saying much with it, saying a lot.
Yeah.
But
I wonder if that guy's gonna go to prison
Anyways.
now because you watched his fucking movie and now his legal fees are paid. Anyway, moving on. What you got?
Fuck. I watched other things on Netflix. I watched a couple of stand-up specials. I watched the new Ricky Gervais. He's good as he always is.
I heard that was kind of
I
off
watched-
politically. Not that
Sure,
I care.
yeah.
Not that I care, but
Yeah.
there was a
No, it
stink
was.
being made.
Yeah, but I don't really subscribe to any of that
Yeah,
stuff. I watched the Vault. You know what? Here, let me just expand real quick. If you're a person who's on stage and gets paid to state your opinions, but maybe they're not actually opinions, maybe they're just something that you say because other people have those opinions, or just because you fucking want to and people will laugh at it, dude.
Right.
You can say anything that you want to say up there, and if I don't like it, I won't watch it. And then that's really it. So
Sure.
like I've never been offended by anything that anyone has said as a comedian on a stage because it doesn't really apply. Like
Yeah.
it's not like a real life thing.
I
So
agree.
whatever. I watched Marlon Wayne's Wokish. That was
Okay,
funny.
right on.
I watched The Vault.
I don't know
Did
what
you
that
watch The
is.
Vault?
I have no idea what that is.
James Franco is a assistant bank manager.
Lost me already.
Anyways, and there's a bank robbery going on, but the bank is haunted.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I saw
It-
the existence of it.
it
I did not
wasn't
watch
good.
it. I bet.
I watched it because I was at work and I wasn't really watching it. It was just kind of on. But I could just tell there was nothing redeeming about it. So did that. Tried to catch up on Bates Motel, but I couldn't remember where I was at because that show, really, nothing happens.
Something happens at one point. That's
I mean,
for sure.
things constantly are happening in it, but like it's all kind of the same vein to where nothing really stands out. Like I started it on season 2 this time, and I went, no, I definitely watched season 2, right? And then I watched 20 minutes of the first episode and went, I don't know if I saw that or not, because it sounds like another situation that I watched, maybe, but maybe not.
Right.
So then I went to season 3 and I watched the first 20 minutes of that, and I went, I feel like I've seen that too, but I know that I didn't invest that much time into it to where I would have watched 3 seasons. And I was like, fuck it, I don't know where I'm at. I'm over it. I'm done.
Right. That's a shame.
Started to watch Ravenous, couldn't get too far into it because I had to read, and I was also working at that time,
Oh,
so
okay.
that wasn't going to work out. Turn that one off because it looked like something I'd be into.
For sure. Like I want to see that. I want to see the ritual. Like Netflix seems to be killing it.
Mm-hmm. And I guess that's it for me for stuff I watched. I played a new RPG that I got on the Switch.
Oh, really? What's that?
I'd love to tell you, but
Oh, we can move on. It's
my Switch is over there and I'm over here. Something of the Sky. Something.
oh yeah, something of the sky. I love that one. My favorite. It's
What the hell did you do?
It's a remake of Jack Shit in the Sky. So I did actually a bunch of shit. How am I gonna break this? Okay. So the other night, like a couple nights ago, Elizabeth and I sat down and I was playing something on the TV and she was just sitting there doing whatever, and I was like, hey, you want to play a game? Like, she's not the person who, she doesn't play video games. She doesn't really give a shit,
Yeah.
really. And she was like, yeah, sure, whatever. What is it? And so, long story short, we ended up playing Overcooked, which is a badass game, first of all.
I saw that. I haven't played it.
Okay.
Tell me about it.
Let me give you the sitch on Overcooked. So you have let me give you the story actually first. So your people, your humans or animals actually, as it turns out, and the devil shows up in the world. The devil's like, fuck you, I'm gonna kill all of you because I'm hungry. All right. And you go back in time.
This is going.
You go back in time to learn how to cook so that you can appease the devil. Okay. So you're road tripping across time and like through space and stuff, and you're learning how to cook. And each mission is like these kitchens essentially, and kitchens are broken up into several basic parts. Okay, so you have your boxes where you get ingredients. Okay, so in the beginning it's onion soup. The first one is just onion soup every time. So you have the box where you get the onions. You have a cutting board. You have like 1 or 2 burners, sometimes more, which has a pot in it, and then you have bowls. You have your delivery area. You have your return area. You have a trash can, you have a fire extinguisher, very important, and you have a sink to wash the dishes. Okay,
that sounds like at this level, it's already hectic, but I imagine that it becomes much more hectic.
It does. So, you know, I played the first maybe 10 or 12 levels by myself, and you do that with, you have 2 characters. On your control, your left stick is your one character, your right stick is your other character, and like the buttons on each side. It actually works pretty well. You can actually play co-op on the same controller the same way. It's super weird. We didn't do that.
Yeah.
So anyway, you start out, and an onion soup is 3 onions. So you get them out of the box, you chop it up, you take it to the pot, you put it in, you go get another one, right? Like if you're playing like one person, that's what you would do. That's the repetition. Well, as soon as you throw it in the pot on the burner, it starts cooking. Okay, so this meter starts filling up. So once you add a new batch in there, it resets the timer. You know, then you get to 3. Once it's done cooking, you put it in the bowl, you deliver it. So if you let it sit there too long, it'll burn, it'll catch on fire, and it'll start your kitchen on fire. Hence the fire extinguisher. Now I say that because that happened to us a few times, and I'm not going to say whose fault it was, but it was someone's fault. So anyway, it starts out very basic like that, right? So you get the orders, they pop up on the top of the screen, like cook, serve, delicious style. You got to put the shit together. You got to get it going.
Yep.
And so it definitely gets more hectic. So you have onion soup, then like next mission is like onion soup or tomato soup. Then next one is like, okay, make a burger. So you got to take the burger patty out. You got to fucking tenderize it. You got to take it to the chopping board and chop it up, quote unquote. Throw it in the pan, cook it up, make a fucking hamburger, send it out. All the while, you gotta like watch your dishes, make sure they're clean so you can deliver more dishes. You gotta like if something goes bad, you gotta throw it away. You can like just willy nilly set shit on the counter and stuff. It's kind of fun. But as you go through, sometimes you'll have like a super weird level. Like there's one that's on 2 semi trucks that are apart from each other, but like as time goes on, they like come closer so that you can like walk across. So it's like a big like timing thing. There's one that's on like a boat. So while you don't have to wash the dishes because like the sea washes them, I guess, it'll like shift and it'll like move parts of the kitchen. So you have to like, you either get like stuck in this part or you have to like run all the way around to get your ingredients or something. Like it takes a lot of coordination that we just like weren't having. Which
dude, this is blowing my mind because I'm seeing there's like a space station.
You have to play this game.
I'm going to, dude. Yeah, me and Val are definitely gonna get down on this one.
Yeah, and absolutely, you guys would fucking enjoy the shit out of that. I guarantee it.
I'm sure we're gonna get in a fight over it.
Oh, absolutely.
For sure.
So we played Overcooked and the kitchen caught on fire a few times. Then we got to this one level where these fucking rats kept taking our shit and totally fucked us up. And then we said, "Fuck it. Let's go get some real dinner. Fuck this game." And that's how Overcooked ended.
Awesome, man.
The game's super fucking cool. Then I jumped into the Darwin Project. If anyone's familiar with this thing that premiered, I think it was at like the Video Game Awards or something crazy. It's a quote unquote battle royale type thing.
Oh boy, you lost me.
It's a little closer to the movie though, which is actually kind of cool.
Okay.
So you have, I think it's like 12 or 16 people at max, and then you have one person who is like the director of this thing. So that person like sees an overview, and that's the person who's in charge of like locking areas off, dropping supplies, or like making traps or like whatever. There's one person in charge of that, and then everyone else is like playing in this like snowy environment that's kind of cartoonish and weird. And I only played a couple rounds of it because it was kind of glitchy and off for me.
Yeah.
But it seems like it's got a cool idea. Like I like the idea that someone's like being a dick to whoever they feel like being a dick
I like
to.
that too. Yeah. That's awesome. And I mean, do you think it would be possible to overcome like the worst situation that's thrown at you?
I think so, because there's nothing that's like,
because that would be fucking satisfying. Like if you knew that person had it out for you and they were just totally fucking you over the entire time, I think it would feel so good beating that.
oh yeah, and I'm sure that you'll still get that feeling. There's nothing that's like insta kill sort of thing, you know, like if you're running around and you're like, okay, this area got locked off, I got to run out of here, and like that keeps happening to you, you'll kind of feel like someone's being an asshole to you. But nothing that like directly affects you that like you'll know, I guess. But
right.
Maybe they'll get on the fucking like, voice chat and be like, "Fuck you."
Supply drops not coming your way, getting locked off.
Exactly.
Like, yeah.
So that was cool. It's on like the Xbox game preview thing. It's like $15, but there's like a free. I don't know how it works, but I downloaded it and played it for free. But it's like got a $15 tag on it. I have no idea.
I haven't touched my Xbox, and I think, well, first of all, obviously, starting tonight, I'm going to try something out. So
Woo.
Maybe this will be me getting back into it, but
maybe
I probably missed some stuff.
Yeah, I don't know. You haven't missed too much, as far as I'm concerned.
I haven't really looked at the PlayStation Store much either.
Yeah, there's some good shit there.
I got hard burned out on Monster Hunter because I played it way too much, and then haven't really been back in that direction.
I understand that completely. Not that that's.
By the way, I was complete opposite of what I said before. I said I was playing a Sky RPG. It's literally called Earth Link. Earth Lock. So
Earthlock.
So it's totally the opposite direction.
That's fine.
It reminds me a lot of some of the older RPGs that I used to play, but it's got some innovative systems that make it more engaging for something new. You know what I mean? And like, there's two characters that I have right now, and I'm following this guy to some city because he's a researcher and he wants the escort and he'll pay me a bunch of money or whatever. I don't even think he has the money, but whatever. I'm following him, and I can sort through scrap stuff so I can craft things. He picks flowers and we get buffs for it. So you have to like swap your guys out while you're on the map. But then they also have a battle system where you swap from weapon sets. So you can like, as this mage character, you can play to heal or you can play to damage. And then as this other guy who's a treasure hunter, you can be the thief and use your steal ability to gain money or items and do damage at the same time. Or you can go for this like range blaster that does heavier damage. So there's a whole bunch of characters apparently, and you can do different team ups to fill different roles. So I really like the way that this game feels in that way.
Okay.
I don't really know what's going on in the story yet, but but I'm eager to find out.
Does it remind you at all of Earthbound?
No.
Because it sure sounds like it took some inspiration from Earthbound.
In name?
In name.
Yeah.
Hey, I have a question.
Uh-huh.
Is Matt here? No?
Possibly.
Hey, what's up?
Oh, hey.
I'm sure if you were like fully in it or not. I was gonna say hi.
Sorry, Matt. We started the game and Watchcast without you. Oh, I mean,
going back a few years, huh?
Yeah, just a few. Well, hey, Matt, how's it going?
Pretty good.
You had much better luck getting in here than Jack has had for the past hour.
I guess so. I haven't had an issue with this for a while, so that's a good thing.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah. So, Matt, why don't you jump in? What's been going on?
Well, for starters, don't blow your nose with the habanero sauce soaked napkin.
Yeah, don't do
yes.
that.
I will write that one down in the book. Hold on.
That was a bad call. Oh my god.
Life lessons there. Don't kill yourself with habanero napkins.
Like, I've got a napkin right here. I'm not going to grab a tissue. Bad idea. Anyways.
Yikes. So, real quick, did you see Tomb Raider?
I have not. I went and watched Black Panther this weekend instead.
Okay.
I will see Tomb Raider this weekend.
Gotcha. I did see it. I think it's good. That's the summation.
Is it?
Yeah.
Cool.
it doesn't feel like a video game movie. It's a good movie. Blah 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 blah. That's what I said earlier.
That's all I was expecting.
Exactly.
A dumb action movie that's mildly entertaining, and I'll be happy.
Yeah, for sure. You do anything else of note this week?
I weebed the fuck out this week. That's what I
Oh,
did. Kind of surprised myself.
All right, lay it on us.
What was it?
I got into this visual novel because apparently after I bought Final Fantasy 15, now all my Steam recommendations are this anime bullshit, right? So there's this one I was scrolling through. I was like, oh my god. Then I was like, that looks like a Gundam. What is this? And it's this visual novel called Ace Academy, and it's basically knockoff Gundam, and it's fucking awesome.
Nice.
That sounds pretty sweet.
It's like this Gundam high school where you're training to be a pilot, and it's cool. I like it so far. It's
Nice.
not too heavy on, the normal anime romance bullshit. It's like, yeah, you have a mech, go take care of it and get engineers, and yeah. I don't know.
Okay,
It's
then
interesting.
I'm not into it anymore.
So I desperately want to talk about Doki Doki.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
I haven't even started it.
But I'm gonna
I
wait.
downloaded it.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait because I want you guys to do it. But it's only like 3 hours ish. So like, just do it, man.
Yeah,
How
I'll
much
do
I
it this
gotta pay
weekend.
for 3
It's
hours?
free.
Okay.
It's
Yeah, it's
free to
free.
get ridiculously depressed, from what I heard.
Well, that's just my life, so thank you for that.
The reviews for it all like, yeah, there is nothing wrong. This is a perfectly normal game with a happy ending and all this. And I was like, no, it's not. I've heard too much about this, but I don't know what the twist is yet.
I'm gonna go ahead
Yeah,
and
that's
hit
the
download
only
right now.
thing. Yeah, that's the only thing that I knew about it going in. Is I was like, oh yeah, I think the guy said that there's a twist, and whoa.
Nice. I'll take it.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Other than, no, I've just been catching up on the last 300 chapters of Berserk. So other than that, I played some Overwatch. Nothing.
Yeah, dude, I was gonna say we need to talk about our fucking.
Oh, last night? Oh my god.
Woo! That
We
was
were
the shit,
wrecked,
dude.
shit. Oh my god.
We had a 6-stack and we rolled 3 games.
3 games in a row.
But it was funny, dude. We beat this team, and it was a super close game the entire time. Like I think it was overtime all 3 rounds, right?
It was.
It
Until
was,
the end.
dude. The middle one, we were tied. Both of us had 99%, and they took the middle round, and then we fucking came back and took it. But anyways, so at the end of it, we're all, hey, GG, whatever. That was fun. Good fight, all that shit. They didn't say anything. They just dropped. We're like, well, fuck you too then. And then we waited for maybe about 3 or 4 minutes just bullshitting, and we get back into the game, and boom,
Oh,
we're against them
shit.
again, dude. So, yeah, so then we fucking beat them a second time. We're all, hey, GG again. Sorry. In your face, motherfucker.
That's awesome.
It was awesome.
It was awesome. And then the third game was like super easy. Like they threw and it was sad, but still it was fun. Like we had a lot of fun doing it.
Nice.
Yeah. I
I-
clawed my way out of the 1100s,
Hey.
which is really sad to say out loud, but yeah,
Now I'm the only one in the 1100s.
you're not.
I'm at 1491. I need
See?
9 more points to get back into silver, and I'm going to do that
Nice.
tonight.
But Jordan, with your skill, I did not think you would be in the 1100s. You're not really, are you?
I've not touched any of. I don't know where I am. I don't know where I am.
Oh, so you don't even know. You're just talking
Yeah,
shit.
yeah. I'm just talking
That's
shit
what I
about
thought.
myself. I'm talking shit about this guy right here.
I bet you're much better than
We'll
that.
see. I will definitely play some more here soon. Once
Hope so.
Brigitte drops. I was gonna
You
play
have to
some the
fight
other
that
night.
for her.
I mean, I don't necessarily think I'm gonna play her, but I just want to see how things like change.
Yeah.
No, she's not going to be in comp for another 3 months.
Oh, that's right.
Fun
whatever.
as hell.
That's cool. I don't really care. I was gonna play some more, but a friend of mine was like, "Hey, you want to play some Rainbow Six on PC?" And I was like, "I'm kind of bad at it, but let's do it." And so we got in, and I fucking wrecked people, dude.
Nice.
I got called a hacker so many fucking times that I thought I was gonna get
that's
banned.
the highest. That's
I
the
know.
highest compliment. Dude.
I was just like, "Oh shucks, thanks guys." Like, and like the high point. The high point is there's an attacker in the game. His name is Glaz, and he's got a sniper rifle. He's the only one in the game with a sniper rifle, and it's the highest powered thing in the game. So you can put a couple shots into a wall and you can blow a hole in that. Like you can damage that wall pretty good and get a sight line through it. I was going to do that. I was setting up to do that. I walked around the corner, fired the first shot, it went through and hit somebody in the fucking head and ended the round.
You fucking hacker. You know what? We did call you on that cheating thing the other
Exactly.
day. So it might be true.
Exactly. And that was only like one of the things. There was one, me and this guy had it in for like a while. He was playing this character that has a sledgehammer that fucking busts through walls, right? And I'm in this room and I look over towards like this door and I see simultaneously I hear a sledgehammer hit something unbreakable and I see a little puff of smoke come through the wall. He missed the wall and he hit the edge of it and didn't break through. Well, he geared up again and he went to hit the wall and I shot through it and killed him. He was super fucking pissed. He was super mad about that. And I'm like, dude, I'm not an idiot. I know what you're doing. Get the fuck out of here. And for like the next 20 minutes, he just kept going off and it was a great time.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So I'm sorry I missed Overwatch, but I had a lot of fun doing it.
Right on.
Let's see. What the fuck else did I know I played
We talked about what you played, Matt. Did you watch anything? Didn't you literally skip out on a night that we were gaming because you were watching something?
It's true.
Oh yeah, I watched Thor
Oh, that's not. Oh, okay.
again.
We've already talked about this.
Then did we watch, or did we already talk about you watching Annihilation?
Oh yeah, I watched that after as soon as we got off the play.
Yeah. All right. Let's gear up. I'm just gonna go ahead and say we've talked about this movie like 12 times. We're gonna spoil some shit.
The bear.
The
For
fucking,
the love of God.
The fucking bear.
The fucking bear.
Holy shit, dude.
It took me like 40 minutes to get to sleep because I went to bed right after, and all I could think of was that fucking bear. I was like, that was the creepiest thing I have seen and heard in like a decade. Like,
Dude.
Oh my god.
That was fucking genius design right there. Like, holy shit.
Oh my god. Now, as soon as was that Michelle Rodriguez or her sister, whichever one
that was her sister,
left, and we hear the screams, I was like, okay, so the plants are imitating it, right? So I was like, I knew something like that was going. It couldn't be her. Her throat was ripped out. Then that fucking bear walks around. I was like, oh dear God.
Oh, that horrifying looking bear.
No. And then the sounds, man. Oh my God, that's what made it.
Oh, dude. Between that and the dude in the pool, like those two moments in that movie made that entire thing worth it for me. But
yeah, the dude in the pool, when his guts start moving, like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Like, fuck this shit.
Well, and then the after effect too, like the fucking him sprawled up on the, oh dude.
Yeah, with the skull like 10 feet above. Oh my God.
Fucking love it, dude.
Frickin', what's her name? Valkyrie from Thor. Tessa Thompson.
Yep.
Walks around a corner. Don't know which of the plants was her. I was like, oh my God, what she fucking did was that quick? Like, that's creepy as hell.
Yeah.
Like, that whole movie was just insane.
The one thing, and we sort of like, it's one of the things I wanted to talk about because I still haven't figured out what the fuck is the tattoo on her arm. And it still blows me away to this day because she didn't have it when she went in, and like throughout the timeline you can see her like with this tattoo and stuff. You see her husband with it in the video. The Rodriguez, why the fuck can't I remember her first name? She has it at one point, but at no point do they ever acknowledge it other than when she's outside. She like, when she's talking to the guy, she like touches it and like says something about it. That still like blows me away to this day. I don't understand what that means, but there's a lot of like little shit in that movie that I really fucking appreciated.
Yeah, that movie just threw me for a goddamn loop. That's all I can say about it.
I want more bears is what I want. I want more of the fucking bears.
Well, supposedly, in the book, it was even worse than a bear. Like, it was, like, insanely unsettling. Like, worse than what was shown on screen. So, maybe we'll see it in the next one, or the one after that, because there are 3 of them, and they are doing them.
I do want to read that book because there's 3 of them, and I want to get that out of the way like now.
Yep.
I might do that after I finish Otherworld eventually. Did you watch anything else of note? So it's been a slow week without Jacob here. He's the one who watches everything.
Black Panther, but that's been out for a couple of weeks. Honestly, out of all the Marvel movies, I think that was my favorite so far. But only because you can take away the Black Panther aspect of it and make it just like an Afrofuturist sci-fi movie, and would work so fucking perfectly. It'd be amazing.
Cool. I'll check it out one of these days.
Do it.
It's in the cards. The other day I said aloud, maybe I should watch that Spider-Man movie I've been meaning to forever.
And then you did?
No, I haven't yet. That was like literally yesterday.
Yeah.
And I'm still working on the car, so I'm trying to figure out what the fuck. And yeah, anyway.
Did you take it into a shop?
No, because I have to tow it there, and so
And it's hard to tow it with your own arms.
So here's the thing. I don't know if I said this last time. So I did that work and it didn't. I put everything back together and it didn't go. So now the next step is to tow it to the shop, pay them $450 to redo the exact same thing I just did. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna redo the exact same thing I just did on my own. And before I put it back together, I'm going to have someone who knows their shit look at it and make sure. Even though I studied it. I looked at every piece of, like, the official manual and everything. I was like, okay, this is how this should look, right? Nope. So, I'm still doing a portion of it myself. If this gets done and I put it back together and it fucking works, well, hallelujah. Fucking some fucking creepy ass bear is shining down on me. Otherwise, shit's broken, and then I do have to take it to a shop and pay them a lot of money.
Just buy a new car at that point.
That's actually, yeah. We'll get into that at some point, I'm sure.
You've had that car for years.
Yeah. So anyway, I played some stuff. We talked about a little bit of that before. I want to talk about a game that I didn't play real quick. Which is a game called Forged Battalion. This is a real-time strategy game from Petroglyph, I want to say is the name of the company. Features like ex-RTS people from like Command & Conquer and stuff. So naturally, my interest was piqued like super high at this point, right? So what Forged Battalion is, it's like a base building RPG. And the hook here is that you make your faction. You have, your units, you customize them. There's like an actually kind of staggering amount of customization you can do. And that's how you build that's how you build your faction, which is normally like set in stone, StarCraft style or whatever. So I was like super excited, and obviously you start with the basic stuff, so you have to like play through the campaign and like earn experience to unlock new things before you can put them in your team.
This looks so dope.
Dude, it looks so dope.
I'm losing my mind right now. I'm not even into this style of game usually, but this looks so cool.
But you know what is decidedly undope?
What?
I hit the go button and it never loaded.
And it never went, huh?
It never loaded. I let it sit there literally overnight and it still said loading. Like,
oh, Jesus
Christ. Twice this happened to me. It just refuses to load into the first mission, so I don't know what to do at this point. I really fucking wanted to play this game. And
I really also want to play this game. How much is it?
It's $20.
$19.99.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
This looks like Red Alert on crack.
It's
oh
like it's got like some Red Alert. It's got people who made Red Alert. It looks a little bit like Total Annihilation / Planetary Annihilation, in like the art style with its kind of like cell shadedness. This game looks super fucking cool and it's really ambitious on top of all that. The reviews are awesome. Like, I was just so down to play this and it still doesn't work for me. So I don't know what to do at this point. I'm super sad.
Hey man, they have bingo for Switch on the store right now.
No, that's cool. That doesn't satisfy me.
Just in case you want to get in on that. Or Mahjong as well.
No, it's cool. It's cool. Thanks though. I appreciate that.
Are you gonna play Kirby?
Nope.
No?
Nope.
It's a little expensive for me right now, but I want to play it.
I was gonna say I'll let you play it, and then you can report back on how good.
There's times where I say I won't, and I will. This is one of those times where I say I won't, and I won't, because I can't pay $60 for a game like that.
You'll get there. It'll happen. You'll get like a bonus at work, and you'll be like, "Fuck! Now's the time."
Nah.
Here it is. This random $60 bonus. It's exactly what I need to play Kirby. If it ever drops in price, which these things never do, on Nintendo consoles, I might think about it. Too bad you can't rent these things anymore.
Yeah.
Shame. What I did play, the last console game I played, the one I've been waiting to talk about for a while, is that Burnout Paradise remaster. And
Ooh,
God
yeah.
damn
How is
it, that game is still good. That game is still fucking great, let's say. It retains all the, let's see, charm, I think is the word that it had before. It doesn't have like the
Bouncy
weird
physics?
the cool physics, yes, the absolutely badass physics. In the PS4 version, they actually do still have the like camera support. So if you're in like an online race and you fucking take someone out, if they have it turned on, you can fucking see out their camera. So, you know, hot dicks and shit flopping around, you know, the usual.
Absolutely.
The soundtrack is completely intact, which is fucking weird and also badass. And yeah, it's fucking Burnout Paradise. Like, I've been wanting an excuse to go back to this game because I have it on PC and the port is not great. And this is my excuse, and I'm loving it so far. I burned through like 75% of the collectibles already. Like,
oh, wow.
Yeah, it just hooks you, man. You're just driving around, you're like, ooh, a fucking billboard. You go smash through it, and you're like, oh, another one. And you just fucking do it over and over again, man. Like, the next thing you know, you're at 400 of the 500 gates you ran through already. If you haven't played Burnout and you like racing games that aren't fucking simulation shit, you should go play Burnout Paradise right now.
Yeah.
Right now.
All right, I'm out.
Okay. While you're gone, last thing I want to say, I played a couple of mobile games. I never do this. Every time I talk about a mobile game, I say I never play them. But I got into the Fortnite thing, and I also just downloaded PUBG mobile. Both of these officially sanctioned games, both battle royale stuff on a phone.
Both of those seems like things I wouldn't want to play on a phone.
So yeah, absolutely. I agree with your sentiment there.
Okay, so it actually worked out the way that I thought it would. Okay.
Well, that's what I thought going into it, right? So I'm not going to talk about them individually. I kind of want to talk about them together. Okay?
Yeah.
So Fortnite, for those who don't know, I'm not going to talk about the game itself. Everyone knows what that is. It's fucking taking the world by storm. The Fortnite iOS version is cross-play with the console and PC versions. Okay? You, on your phone, are playing with people with either a controller or a mouse and keyboard. That seems bad, right? Like, it is bad.
It seems fucking terrible, yeah.
Yeah, it actually worked kind of okay. There's not, like, too much auto-aim, but there's, like, some... And it gives you, on the screen, it does these things that I hate these types of games doing on a phone. And around the center of your screen, it gives you like little pips for sound. So like if someone's running like to your right, it'll show you like a little footstep thing on the right side. You know, it gives you too much information. Like I hate that. That's right. It cheapens the experience, and like some of the other like offshoot mobile games of these types I've tried.
Well, but if you have to deal with shitty controls, it's kind of like an equalizer, right?
Right. Yeah. I mean, it kind of. I don't like it. So that Fortnite does that, and it's otherwise the controls are pretty good. Like there's a double tap to run thing, and like you know you can kind of put your right thumb anywhere on the screen, and that's how you aim, and then you just like tap to shoot. Like it actually works decently well on a screen. I was shocked, like literally shocked. It does. In
a way, this is super revolutionary. Like this is a big deal.
This is like fucking legit. Like
because everybody has a phone. Not everybody has a PS4 or an Xbox. Everybody's got a fucking phone.
Yeah. Everybody's got a phone, and everybody's got a phone that can like run this shit by these times. You know,
crazy. Yeah.
The Fortnite game actually looks pretty damn good. Like the art style's already minimal. Like it looks true to Fortnite. The building is super easy. All that stuff is like in there and super easy. Battlegrounds, however, PUBG, whatever you want to call it. On the other hand, obviously sees a downgrade in visuals. Okay, it doesn't do the fucking sound thing. It just completely like overemphasizes each of the sounds that you know in sound and fucking audio as it should be. It does some pretty fucking revolutionary shit for this stuff, especially like as it pertains to a phone.
But you don't have surround on your phone, so like how do you know?
It works shockingly well.
Really?
Like wow. So to put this in reference, first off, I played a couple of Fortnite matches. I did decently well. I played one Battlegrounds game, I won. I got 6 kills.
Get the fuck
I got
outta
number
here.
1. I have the screenshot of it and everything.
Wow, that's awesome.
Johnson Van Johnson fucking pulled through, man. So
Did you like talk a bunch of shit and you're like, I'm on a fucking phone, you pieces of shit?
no, so that's the other point I should make. The Battleground stuff is only on the phone. That all is its own thing. So Fortnite plays with the other stuff. Battlegrounds is by
Okay.
itself. Yes.
Okay.
Otherwise, no, I would have got fucking wrecked.
I was gonna say, well, no, that's what I was so fucking amazed by. Is that? Well, I mean, I'm still amazed because that's still not like an easy feat.
It's not.
right there, but still though,
Yeah.
like, damn.
Yeah. So it does some pretty cool shit as far as like the responsiveness for picking up items in the world, which in regular Battlegrounds is a little finicky still. It still takes you a moment to like pick shit up. It's so fucking quick in this mobile version to the point where it actually auto picks shit up for you. Like if it sees that you've got a rifle and you need a scope, it'll fucking pick that scope up as you run over it. Like it's fucking cool.
It like equips it.
Yeah.
It equips the scope. Wow, that's
Yeah.
fucking weird.
Yeah, it's fucking badass, dude. Like it's such a simple thing, but it's so fucking cool. The controls are almost exactly the same. You know, like left side of the screen is run, right side is aim. The only problem I have is like on the right side where I normally aim and there's like a jump button and like a crouch button, there's a shoot button over there as well that I sometimes hit and just started fucking blasting off into nothingness.
Hey guys, I'm over here.
Yeah, exactly. And that happened a few times, and I don't know how the fuck I got out of it. There were literally like twice where somebody came up behind me and started shooting me that I was able to turn around and take them out. Like, I don't know what the fuck they're doing. There's a pretty generous auto aim, but everybody gets it, you know, because it's, you know, an isolated version. I will say that the game that I won, it took me 30 minutes. That's a little long for a phone game, you know? I don't know how many people are going to sit like in a place with an internet connection for 30 minutes and play this. Fortnite did just release what they call a blitz mode, which speeds things up a lot. And that I think is where it is, like where this should be right now on a phone.
I mean, I think I could name the type of person that would do that. The type of person that has been wanting to fucking play an actual game on their phone and have been having to deal with like these shitty phone games forever. Like,
Sure.
that'd be really cool.
I mean, it's still a shitty phone game. Like this, I don't think this is what phone games should be, but for what it is, it worked. Both of these games work fucking surprisingly well.
Cool.
Overall, I have to give the edge to the Battlegrounds one. But
that's probably influenced by the fact that you won.
maybe I like the presentation better. I like what it does a little better with like the picking up and shit like that. There's less tapping, you know, it just does things more automatically. It does have its own like progression and level and stuff like that. The one thing I will say is the Fortnite stuff, because it does crossplay, it pulls in your already existing Fortnite stuff, your stats and your, you know, what the cosmetics you have and all that stuff. So that is all one profile, whereas the Battleground stuff is not. That's the only thing I would say. On the other hand,
nice,
yeah. So if you're like playing on console in Fortnite and you're like super into it, and you got to go somewhere, like you can take your phone with you and still continue the exact same progression.
That's
like
cool.
that's pretty fucking cool. So that's my rant on. That's my weekly battle royale shit.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
It's going to be a weekly thing, huh?
I mean, it has been.
Well, Trace and I actually got in on Fortnite this week.
See,
Little bit.
it's fucking cool.
Well, let me put it this way. If Fortnite was the same hour-long bullshit that PUBG is, I would not be playing it. But since it's like 10, 15 minutes, yeah, I can throw it in there.
I mean,
It's quick.
If you lose early in Battlegrounds, it's also not an hour long. I'm just saying.
Oh, yeah, but I can also get to like second and third place in 15 minutes in Fortnite and it'd be just fine. So
it's a smaller
it's
map.
not a time investment because I'm not going to, I don't know. Like that's one of the biggest things that turns me off of PUBG is like it's such a fucking time investment in one match.
It's
And that
really,
drives
it's
me up
really
the
not
wall.
though. I mean, I've won Battlegrounds matches in 20 minutes, which is it's a little bit amount of time, but
I don't know. Between that and hearing the horror stories of the hackers, I don't want to touch it.
there are
I
also
almost
like
bought it too.
they're obviously keenly aware of how popular Fortnite is. They're coming out and releasing a smaller map here soon. which will obviously speed things up quite a bit. There's no doubt that Fortnite, mostly because it's free, I would bet, is...
And that was a good big selling point, too.
Yeah, right. And that's why so many people are into it. Like, everybody and their grandmother seems to be into this game right now. So I see the tables turning a little bit here. I think there's room for both. One is definitely arcadey and one is definitely more realistic, and there's room for both. It's to each their own, really. It's whichever sticks with each person.
Whichever person.
Yeah. Right, exactly.
I just hope it doesn't get oversaturated like the market tends
it's
to do.
coming. It's coming. I would bet that, like, I don't know, the next Call of Duty might have one, because Call of Duty Online in China already does. So
as long as Overwatch doesn't get it, as long as WoW doesn't get one, I'd probably be okay.
Isn't that kind of what WoW is, though?
Nope.
Well,
not at all.
Fuck, it was a joke, Jesus.
Wrong crowd, man.
I know. All right. Well, we've got like 4 bits of news here. What do you say we talk about those?
Let's do the news.
All right. Yep, that's the news jingle. They're right there.
That's it.
By the way, welcome Spotify listeners. We love you. Thanks for having us.
Hey, that's some news right there.
That's some news. We're on Spotify now. So that makes
Holy shit.
virtually anywhere you want to get a podcast, you can get the world's funnest video game podcast. This one right here. Spotify, which I didn't know had podcasts for fucking ever. iTunes, and what your favorite podcast app. Just look us up. So, let's talk about Baby Driver real quick.
Yeah.
Let's talk about how it won 0 Oscars.
Oh.
Did it win an Oscar? I don't know. Fucking brilliant sound design. Anyway, Edgar Wright, as he's following in the James Gunn fucking tradition of releasing kick-ass soundtracks, is releasing a volume 2 for Baby Driver's soundtrack here soon in April, I believe.
Yeah, I did see that.
Which I don't. It says somewhere in here that it's going to be like other songs from the movie. I can't think of a single song from that movie that is not on that soundtrack. That was
just give us Baby Driver 2 for crying out loud.
Well, got to go through. Baby Driver 2 will have the Baby Driver 3 soundtrack. Okay, okay.
Nominee for best sound mixing, nominee for best film editing, nominee for best sound editing.
Boo. It's fucking. The gunshots were in rhythm to Tequila. Come on.
It was so good.
Oh, dude. So fucking good. But anyway, that's coming out on April 13th. So, supposedly, other tracks from the movies. It's going to have an unreleased Kid Koala track, which is fucking awesome. Kid Koala, for those who don't know, is fucking Baby's name for his sweet jams that he makes in that movie. I'm excited.
Cool.
Let's talk about Matt's favorite thing of the week: the Iron Harvest video game Kickstarter thing.
I forgot about that.
That thing, what is it? World War I with fucking steampunk
With mechs, man.
Yeah.
Not steampunk, diesel punk.
You got me.
Diesel
they
punk.
reference it like 5 times, so I was like, I guess
Diesel
I'm gonna
punk.
keep
Diesel
it
punk.
straight.
So I made the point when I glanced at it, I was like, oh, that looks like that fucking board game Scythe. And I didn't realize that Scythe is actually, like, this is actually a licensed
It's based off of
Scythe thing.
yeah.
Like, I was like,
It's
okay.
like a Warhammer thing.
Yeah, okay. I wasn't trying to detract from it. I was just saying, oh, wow, that's interesting. So this is an RTS and, like, Company of Heroes style that went up on Kickstarter. It got funded fucking immediately. Like
14 hours
Yeah.
or something like that. Like,
yeah.
quick.
I want to say it was like a day, under a day. It was something like that. But yeah, so this looks fucking cool. We'll have to see where it goes. I mean, it's a brand new Kickstarter. Tough to say too much about it, but it looks cool. And I've heard nothing but good things about the board game itself. So maybe if we want to get in on some of that shit, we should have a Discord Scythe run.
You know it.
You know it.
How would we even do that?
I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Logistics.
Yeah.
Because you gotta be able to see the board.
Webcam.
Unless we can do it on that
I've
tabletop
got
thing
that.
on Steam.
Oh, maybe.
So, no, not even that, dude. I've been working on this, and actually, I've got a Roll20 that I'm doing for our Pokemon game, and it's going to have an interactive game board that you can move your little guys around on. So
We could probably put that in there.
maybe do it for that.
Fuck yeah. Lyle, I need you to tell me about this fucking monster raising farm sim re-legend.
Oh god, I don't know anything about it, but it looks so cool.
Fucking
I mean, I just saw like a couple of screen grabs. I get really excited about things, guys. I can't help it. But just the fact that it was like monster raising, Harvest Moon, it's like really, it looks cutesy, and I like that. I don't know, but it looks good. Just look it up. Fuck you, man. Don't laugh at me.
No, I was just trying to get you to participate in the news. Fuck.
I know, and then Matt laughed at me. It hurt my feelings.
Legend is the name of this movie. It is a self-styled sim JRPG about taming and raising monsters. Yeah, it definitely looks like fucking Animal Crossing or Harvest Moon, like super chibi fucking bullshit. That might be all right.
Collect monsters, and then not only collect monsters, but also breed them. You can play with your friends. You guys can like crossbreed your monsters into different things, and
cool.
I don't know. I like it.
Monster sex.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah. So remember when I was saying about that tabletop thing?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, tabletop. Oh, nice.
They actually have the game.
Tabletop Simulator Scythe Edition. Sweet.
Yeah.
Thanks for, hey, news. Scythe is on Tabletop Simulator as of fucking years ago. Matt, I know that you were looking at VR. I know you decided against it, but
I did.
But today, Valve, HTC, somebody revealed the Vive Pro, which we knew was coming, with fucking like kick-ass new lenses, another camera on the front, presumably lighter. Oh, and by the way, it's fucking $800 without tracking and without controllers.
Oh man, I felt bad when I bought mine for $1,000. I bought it, I put it up, I immediately regretted it. I was like, I can't spend $1,000 on this. What the fuck was I thinking? I played it. I was like, well, this is pretty fun. I forgot about what I spent. And then Valve was like, oh, remember what you spent on that? And I was like, oh, God, why the fuck did I do that? I couldn't do more than 1,000.
Yeah. I'm there with you. I mean, this thing looks fucking badass. Like, this is for super high-end people who, like, A, are developing in it, or B, need, like, the best of the best. And I'm almost that person, but... But I'm not that person yet. I need the best of the best. Yeah, I need the best of the best, but I also can't afford to fucking eat anything that's like anything.
Anything.
Yeah. So $800 for this fucking sleek ass blue and black headset, man. This thing looks fucking cool.
It looks like it's straight out of the 90s, dude.
Yeah, but
like you could win that. You could win that on a Nickelodeon game show, I
would hope so.
That's what it looks like to me.
My God.
But anyways, I think that like the back piece looks like it's more comfortable, probably. Yeah. I like the addition of the headset, the way that it looks. It looks like it'd be like a more... I hate when they hand you some like little tiny earbuds and they're like, here you go, enjoy.
Yeah, these are definitely like a step above the Oculus headset, even like as far as the audio looks like. It definitely looks 1,000% more comfortable than it currently is. Of the three mainstream fucking headsets, it's by far the worst one to wear. I fucking hate it. The
original one, it feels really heavy on your face.
It like not only that, but like it feels insecure.
Right
yeah.
Oh yeah, a little floppy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Which is not what you want for your $800 fucking headset.
No.
Especially when you walk into a cave in Fallout and freak the fuck out.
Did we talk on the podcast about what happened the first time I had mine?
Yes.
We did? Oh, yeah. God, dude. Yeah. Jalen just straight took a nosedive, landed right on it. Oh, my God.
And tears just started streaming down. That looks cool. I'm excited to see where the like wireless thing comes in as far as price points concerned. I'm expecting like $300 or more. But that thing is like a fucking legit game changer, and I will look at that intensely before I decide what to do with it. Let's talk about the Dead Paragon game.
What's that?
So it was a MOBA. Oh. It was a MOBA that Epic made. before they realized that all their money should be put into Fortnite because that's what's making them all the money in the world.
Yeah.
So that will be shut down in April. But what Epic have done is they've released, like, I don't know about all the assets, but like a shitload of the assets of that game on the Unreal Engine asset store for free. They've tallied up, it's worth over $12 million, these fucking assets that they're putting out, which is a super cool,
Really?
it's a fucking really fucking cool thing for them to do. Anyone who's developing an Unreal Engine can just go fucking download this fully modeled, fully animated character, slap it in their game, and it's fair use. Like, they're like, go fucking nuts, man. Like, we're not making this game anymore. Like, we made this shit, someone should use it. I guess it's you guys, you know?
Wow.
Yeah, it's like, imagine if fucking Blizzard did that when they canceled Titan. It was like, here's fucking everything. Like,
Yeah.
I can dream. We can all dream. We eventually got that game, but, you know, we're just spitballing here. It's fine. So that's cool. I definitely am going to, like, tinker around with some of that shit because I've been, like, toying with developing in Unreal. So now that I have, like, legit placeholder stuff I can throw in there, like, while working on the code, I think I might do that. There's also, like, some announcer shit, which seems weird. I'll fucking plug that in for shits and giggles. Almost last bit of news here. My next regrettable purchase, the Atari box, now has a new name. The Atari VCS, the Atari Video something. Fucking lost it. I had it before. I fucking had it. Something video something system. I'm 100% certain of those first and last letters. Anyway, the Atari box has been rebranded. The pre-order stuff is now coming out. This thing will be showing up for roughly $250 to $300 soon. And I still don't know what the fuck it is, but man, it looks like an old Atari. They've made a full controller in the design of the fucking joystick. I think that's so cool.
It looks like an old alarm clock.
It looks like an Atari. It's got the wood grain. It's got them fucking them hot ridges. It's got the Atari logo. The controller has a fucking headphone jack in it. It's cool. It's cool
I
looking.
feel like it's going to start making unpleasant noises at me in the morning.
Yeah, maybe that's part of the feature set. Who knows? It's just a fucking little mini computer. I don't know what they're gonna do with this thing, but it looks kind of cool. I will Ouya it, which means I will buy it in 3 months after it's released for a fraction of the price. Which I did not do with the Ouya, but I could have done with the Ouya. That's all the real news. Okay, go ahead.
Oh, no, I was just going to say, I'm keen to hear about it. I just won't ever probably touch it.
I'll let you know. I'll check it out at some point in the future. No promises as to when. But yes, that is all of our news for reals. We didn't talk last week about Valve finally making games again. Does anyone have any thoughts on that before we go?
Did they even announce anything?
Yeah, they're making a card game.
Oh.
Whoop-de-fucking-do.
Let me
Give me Half-Life.
No, you don't want Half-Life. The name of this game is Artifact. It's like a card battler. It looks pretty cool. It's got like the lane concept of like Dota. It's a Dota card game, I actually should say. But it takes like the cards and like has the lane aspect of a MOBA. It's pretty interesting looking. But to quote Mr. Gabe Newell, they are making and shipping games again. So who knows what that means for the future? Probably nothing that anybody really wants. Both on what they're actively wanting and what comes out is not what they want either. But it's something. It's something.
Sounds promising.
Well, and he also made like talk of like, yeah, we can put our own fucking chips out and shit. Like Valve's probably working on proprietary hardware of some sort outside of
that's what I thought they were
a Steam
focusing
box.
on was hardware.
No, I mean, maybe they said that at one point, but we've yet to see fucking anything other than Steam sales and, oh, by the way, a Steam Link, which was fucking like 5 years ago by now. But I don't know. We'll see how that goes. A, I will believe it when I see it, and B, it's probably nothing like what it used to be. So, sad day for us. Does anybody have any closing arguments?
No, I'm all argumented out.
Sweet.
Pretty much.
Yeah,
I've been arguing all day. I don't need to do anymore.
I hear you there. I haven't been arguing, but I understand what you're saying. Jacob's not here, so I'll go ahead and say it. If you like us, subscribe. I don't know what you do on Spotify for podcasts. Maybe follow. We're on YouTube as well. Tell your friends. We love you. Just love us back. And then Lyle, take it away.
Keep playing.